welcome, wonderful Sagittarius. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com, and I'm here to do your horoscope for January 2020. Not only will I do a horoscope, I'll also do a bit of a psychic introduction to the key themes of the month for you, some tarot, and then a psychic summary at the end, so please watch the whole video. I like to mix it up a bit, to be quite honest, so you're not just looking at me all the time, you've also got the tarot cards to look at. But it's a very big year because welcome to the first month of a new year in a new decade. So we're into the 2020s and the transformation doesn't stop. It just keeps on keeping on. There's so much to keep up with. This year, 2020, we have 6 eclipses. And it starts off on the 10th with the first lunar eclipse, which is really going to shake things up in your financial area. It's in your second house of value systems. So that can be what you value in terms of things like, for example, morals, kindness, integrity, honesty, things like that. But it's also often associated with finance. And your money supply. So there's going to be some transformation there, and things will get really stirred up in your subconscious. And then on the 12th we have Saturn conjuncting Pluto, also stirring things up in your financial area. And sitting there in that same place is the Sun, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn and Pluto. So you've got all of this energy concentrating on your value system. So it's a great year for getting clear about what you value, what is really important to you. And sure, we all need money, especially in Western society. Money seems to be more important. It's constantly being elevated above everything else in society, which is very sad and very unbalanced. Sure, we need money. It's not the be all and end all. Okay, so a big year of change. This year you may decide that what you're doing at the moment, savvy Sagittarius, isn't really working for you financially. You may be in a job that you really don't care for. It doesn't make your heart sing or go bling. And you might say, well, I'm going to look for a job that really spiritually feeds me and I'm on my mission. I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, even if the money is less, okay? Or you might decide to do some part-time gigs and do a number of different jobs, work for yourself and do different things for different companies or different people, or you may even start your own business this year. It is the year for it, and there's a lot of thinking that's going on and planning and strategizing into how you can change your life and your finances so that you're more successful and that you feel the abundance that is coming in. In the West, we're so lucky. We're so very lucky, especially if you're in Australia. We are just streets ahead of many countries, okay? Not so much the US because there's a high poverty rate in the US, but certainly in Australia we are streets ahead. I've been to 40 countries and I can tell you the poverty in some countries is appalling. Go to India if you want to see poverty. I won't get started on that. Anyway, so let's get on with the horoscope part. So the 4th sees Mars moving into your sign this year. This is really good for giving you extra energy and motivation to do things, savvy Sagittarius. You may reinvent yourself with Mars there, because all of a sudden you could have the energy to do those things that you've always wanted to do, but you just didn't feel motivated enough to take action. So this is all about taking action with Mars there. The 10th sees a lunar eclipse in your 8th house. Now, 8th house is opposite your 2nd house, but there's still some financial things going on there because it's about shared resources. So this could be things like loans. You may decide you want to buy a house, for example, and you need a loan. And with a lunar eclipse there, it's a bit of a shake-up, a bit of a transformation, gets you out of your comfort zone. And the 8th house is also things like loans, 401k, if you're in the US, or superannuation, and inheritances. It's other people's money that may come to you. But with the lunar eclipse there's like a shake-up inside. So if you, for example, said you're not going to get into debt, all of a sudden you might decide that you're going to get a loan, and this is kind of not what you would normally do because you may not believe in loans, for example. So it's not necessarily comfortable at the start. I'll make that point. The 13th sees Venus joining Neptune in your 4th house of home and family, and there's that home thing happening again. So there could be changes around your home. With Venus and Neptune there, it's likely to be very spiritual, the feelings, because Neptune is very spiritual, and Venus loves peace and harmony. So you could make your home like a spiritual sanctuary in some way for your family to come and chill out from all of the stress of the outside world. Okay, so all about harmony, caring, sharing, because Venus loves love and loves to nurture other people and also herself. You could also beautify your home in some way. This could be through renovations. Not so much that it's going to be like knocking down walls and putting in new wings and things like that, but maybe, but more it's about the beauty rather than the functionality. Okay, Venus loves beauty, so she wants to make everything look pleasant to the eye. She loves those aesthetic type principles. So 16th sees Mercury, 20th the Sun, and 24th the new moon of new changes, new beginnings, all going into your 3rd house. This is about things going on in your local area, your neighbourhood, your local friends, your neighbours nearby. It's also about siblings. You may hear from some siblings. There's insight, awareness, there's happiness, there's sort of activity. It's also about your thinking and the way that you communicate, a lot to do with messages. So with the Sun, it gives insight and awareness, Mercury messages, and the new moon is new beginnings. You may change the way you communicate with people. You might start up a new group, a blog, start publishing something. It's a great time if you're in business to promote your business, market, do some email campaigns, do some live streams, videos, whatever. Get your message out into the world. The focus is on you expressing yourself also this month, Savvy Sagittarius. Now I'll just close my eyes and see. Yes, see, I've got letters here being opened. Have you been naughty and you haven't opened all your Christmas cards? These are Christmas cards I'm seeing. It is in December. It's the week before Christmas, so this is probably a message for me too. If you haven't opened your Christmas cards, please open them. But yeah, I see letters actually coming to you. It could mean also emails, but I'm thinking it's more paper mail, snail mail coming to you. So January is all about communications, okay, for you savvy Sagittarius. There's a newspaper here, so there's some news coming, and again it's in your local area, so your local newspaper. It's on the front page. What is it? I'm getting a bit of a vibe. It doesn't seem positive. I can't actually read it, but I'm getting a vibe that it's some development and it's not very good. Well, people are upset about a development in their local area. Okay. I can see a sort of picture, but I can't describe it, and I certainly can't read it. I probably need to have spiritual glasses on to read it. Okay, so anything else in spirit at this point for Savvy Sagittarius? Oh yes, okay, so there's a window here. It's a bit strange. It's been padlocked at the top, and that padlock is coming off. And windows are about windows of opportunity. There's an opportunity that has not been available to you but is coming to you in January. This is for the Northern Hemisphere viewers because there's snow outside. So this is for those people that live in the cold winter months, January, February. Okay, this is not for Australia. We don't have any snow in Australia in January. Okay, alrighty. Now let's move on to the tarot and see what the tarot has in store for you, Savvy Sagittarius. And I've already shuffled the deck previously, given it a good shuffle, but I'll just give it a quick shuffle now so it's nice and fresh. And I'm going to pull a card for every week for you. Savvy Sagittarius, January 2020, and that's actually hard to say. All right, the Justice card comes up. This is about natural law, L-O-R-E. Not so much about human law, L-A-W, although if you do have a court case pending, it is a good energy for that as well. Probably, you need some other influences as well to go along with that to pull it over the line. But you'll see here, this lass, there's a couple of points to take note. First, she's got red, right? And black. Black because the outcome is hidden. Red because action still needs to be taken. She's got a set of scales here. She doesn't have all of the evidence in front of her to make a definitive decision, but she does have this owl on her shoulder, which is whispering in her ear, giving her insight. Okay, so make sure you listen to your spirit this month in January, especially around any natural justice areas or legal things. There's a sword here in her hand. That's for classifying, dissecting, analysing and making decisions. If you've got a court case going ahead, you may get an offer this month in January. I just feel it's probably not the offer you want, but do consider, is it worth going on? Because more pain and suffering in the longer it gets. And it is a well-known fact that if you have a compensation claim and you have injuries, the longer the court case goes, the harder it is for you to actually get better and heal. So that's something to bear in mind when you're weighing up whether to accept an offer. But this is also things like karma. Karma comes around. You may see somebody who hurt you in the past get their comeuppance this month. You may hear some news that, not that you'd wish any bad things on them or anything like that, but you may get some news that karma has struck. Okay, moving to having said that, I don't want to end on a negative note. Having said that, this is a fortunate card. Okay, even if you haven't managed to do everything 100% above board, but you have tried, in your heart of hearts, you have tried to do things right, justice will be done, and that'll be taken into account, and things won't go as badly for you if you've done something that's not right. Okay, so moving into the second week of the month, Savvy Sagittarius. Oh, I can't. Sorry, I can't. I'm stuck on this. Money. They're telling me there's justice to be done about money here. You may have money owed to you or money coming to you from another source that's been outstanding for a long time. Okay, you may get news about that. Now can I move on to number 2, the second week? Okay, pulling a card for the second week, Savvy Sagittarius. And we come up with this one. This one just keeps coming out. I think, geez, I don't know how many times it's come out. Okay, this is the Page of Pentacles. Good news around possessions and finances. Someone in authority could help you in the second week of January. And when I say the second week, give or take. So it's probably not the end of January. It's probably, it might be the, early January sometime. So I don't want to be hard and fast about timing, because timing is very difficult. In spirit, there's no such thing as time. So these timings I'm giving you are indications only. Someone could help you in authority, and I feel like it's connected to this Justice card. Okay, so again, about money. Money could come to you unexpectedly, because it's natural justice that it does. Okay, action to be taken though. It won't fall into your lap. You need to do something about it, but you might hear some news that will help you. Okay, the third week of January for Savvy Sagittarius, and this card jumps out, and it's the World card. Okay, so this is beautiful because this lady here, she has one foot on the planet and the rest of her is in spirit. She's in touch with her spiritual nature. There's an eagle at the top here on her left hand. So that gives you the connotation of freedom and flying high. She's dressed in gold. This is a spiritual adornment. This does not refer to labelled clothes, clothes with labels. And, it doesn't refer to bling or anything like this. This is all spiritual here. So this gold, which is held up by an angel, so spirit listening to you. She carries a scepter, the sign of royalty. The world is your oyster. Okay, you've got the whole wide world out there that you can go and visit if you choose. You can, get things, you can manifest things, you can get things to come your way with the World card in the third week. Things are looking up for you. Now, the final 10 days of the month for you, Savvy Sagittarius, and we come up with, this is the Two of Wands. Okay, you may have been blocked in the past. See this sort of stone fence. I must check this. I think they're called hedgerows in England. So out in the country, drive along and there's all the fields and they've got these stone boundary fences around them. That's what this is here, and it's a boundary that's kept you in, but you see now there's a gap. So now you can get out of that situation and be free. Freedom is coming to you. Action needs to be taken though. It won't just happen. You need to step forward, step up into your new life, your free life. See these baseball bats here? They also imply action. Okay, now she's holding on to a balloon with a picture of the world on it. Right, so again, it sort of fits with this. The world is your oyster, but this is in spirit. Okay, so your job, if you choose to accept it, is to take the spiritual inclinations and to bring them down to earth and make them physical, be free and take action. Two of Wands. Wands, very fiery, inspirational energy, giving you motivation to step forward. Twos could be also about your finance, could be about relationships as well. Stepping forward in a relationship, and I hate to use this word, but that's what comes, is maybe if you've been a little bit too submissive, it's time to get out of that. Okay, it's time to be more proactive and more independent around relationships. If you've been in a relationship and you're used to someone telling you what to do, I think this is suggesting that you move forward on your own a little bit. Doesn't mean the relationship will end, of course. It just means that you need more freedom and more space to be yourself rather than an extension of the other person. Okay, so hope that all makes sense to you. I'll just close my eyes now. Savvy Sagittarius, there's a gold chain in front of me here. It's like a chain you put around your waist, for example. A chain is still a chain. You know, you can get trapped with a chain. So it might look good because it's gold. It might be valuable. There might be some really good points about a relationship that you're in with somebody. But if they've got you on a chain, so you're at their beck and call, that's probably not a good idea. There's a man here in a suit, very well dressed. And this could even be in like a sort of marriage situation or a partner where maybe the woman isn't working as much as the man, or she gets less money than the man. And so just be aware that independence and personal autonomy is very important. Even in the best of relationships, it's much easier for a woman to lose her independence and her autonomy than it is for a man. Okay, so if you've got young children particularly, you may have been very much concerned with raising your children and not spending enough time on your own self. And I'll tell you what sometimes happens in that scenario. As the children grow older and the woman grows older, all of a sudden she wakes up one day and she's shocked to the core that she's given so much of herself away. Sometimes, you know, relationships can break up down the track because if you have given everything to your family and there's nothing left for you, you know, that's not a good thing. I'll leave that up to you to ponder over if that applies to you or not. It doesn't apply to everybody, of course. Okay, so what else can I tell you? Anything else here, Savvy Sagittarius? I just feel a sense of like freedom. It's almost like I've been in a prison and now the gates are open and I'm getting out of prison. So some restrictions will be lifted for you in January, which is good news. Okay, thanks so much for listening. I would like to wish you a very wonderful month, the beginning of the 2020s, and so much is happening that I encourage you to really grasp all the opportunities with both hands. Thanks for listening, and if you've liked this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell. That would be great. Most importantly, have a wonderful month, and I will catch you again soon. Okay, thank you and bye for now. Doesn't want to go. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all